Hello everybody, I'm Wigglerito and I am back with another video. And yes, I'm aware I haven't posted in like 3 weeks.
I'm kind of retarded.
But the videos that do come out from now on are going to be really quality over quantity. And if you play Battlefront and clicked on this video but don't necessarily want to get better with Luke, but you do want to get better with another hero, check out in the top right corner right now. I have a whole How to Get Better With series. I haven't got through all 22 heroes yet, but I've gotten mostly every hero on the dark side, and for the light side it's this video, and I've gotten to Obi-Wan. And if you're not really sure what hero you want to get better with, I also have a video called How to Choose Your Main, which will be in the top right corner right now. Okay, that's enough self-promoting for one video. So what I'm going to be going over about Luke in this video is 3 star cards you want to be using for the game modes Galactic Assault and the game mode Heroes vs. Villains, which is the one you're watching right now. Then after that, I'm going to go over a couple heroes you definitely want to watch out for in any mode you're in, doesn't really matter, and some heroes you want to play a little more aggressive towards because Luke might have a little advantage on them. Then we're going to go over some of his best maps. Maps don't really apply to Heroes vs. Villains, but they definitely do in Galactic Assault. Then we're just going to finish it off with some things you definitely want to start doing with Luke and some things you definitely want to stop doing when you're playing as Luke. So with that all out of the way, I think it's time to get right into the 3 best star cards for Galactic Assault. So the first one you want to be using is Deflection. I'm kidding. The first one you actually want to be using is called Intensify. You never want to take this star card off. It is easily Luke's best star card, and it'll actually make a run for like top 3 star cards in the game. The second star card you want to be using for in Galactic Assault is Rush Immunity. And this is one of these cards, if you've seen some of my other How to Get Better Withs, like if you don't have this card in, you're not going to be bad at all. I just think it's a little helpful because if you don't know what it does, after you do a rush, which is his RB ability, you have damage reduction for about like 3 seconds, I think it is. That might not be exact, but it's just a couple seconds damage reduction, which is actually really helpful. Sometimes it saves you and you don't even realize it. And if you're paying super close attention in the gameplay you're watching right now, you can actually tell that I have it on because every time I do the RB ability, that little, by my health bar, that little yellow shield stays on for like 2 or 3 seconds. So for your 3rd star card in Galactic Assault, you can actually choose which one you like the best between Extended Push Reach, which, it's pretty crazy, extends your push reach, Strong Repulse, which actually doesn't make your repulse do more damage, it just makes it the radius of your repulse bigger, and Epicenter. And it's pretty misleading because the star card cover for Epicenter is actually Luke pushing, but the ability is not a push ability, it's a repulse ability. Just people who are standing close to you while you do repulse take more damage. And if you really don't know which one of those 3 to pick, if you want to know which one I use Epicenter. But keep in mind, those are just for Galactic Assault, so if you want HPV star cards, here they are. You want to keep Intensify on. To keep Luke way more mobile, you want to run Jedi Reflexes, which gives him 1 more rush ability. And the 3rd one for Heroes vs. Villains is really up to you. You could do Jedi Fighter, which just gives him more stamina when he's attacking and blocking. You could do Epicenter, you could do Extended Push Reach, that really doesn't matter. As long as you have Intensify and Jedi Reflexes, you should be fine in Heroes vs. Villains. So now we're going to get into the second segment, which is some heroes you want to watch out for in either game mode, and some heroes you want to play a little more aggressive towards. And if you're confused why I'm saying heroes, since Luke is on the light side, I just call everything that costs 4,000 battle points a hero. So some heroes you want to watch out for when you're playing as Luke in either game mode is, you guessed it, Darth Vader. If you have a brain, I probably shouldn't have to explain why you need to watch out for Darth Vader. Some of those reasons would include he has the same health as an ATST. On top of that, he also has damage reduction. On top of that, he also has one of the best damage outputs in the game. Yeah, you probably want to stay away from Darth Vader. Someone you also probably want to stay away from is General Grievous. I say that as I'm fighting a General Grievous right now. But I'm saying this just, like, you can fight General Grievous's and Darth Vader's. That's not... You can fight them as Luke. I'm just saying if you're super low health, or if you're not super comfortable with Luke yet, you probably don't want to rush a full health Darth Vader or a full health Grievous. And yeah, Luke has a super fast swing speed and Grievous has really little to no stamina. Sure, that might seem like Luke would have an advantage, but Grievous also has a lot of health, 800 for that matter. And if he has Flesh is Weak, he'll have 800 plus damage reduction. And Grievous just does so much damage to Luke, who doesn't have that much health and has really bad health regeneration. Grievous, if you do end up killing him, you are going to be super low. Some heroes you want to play a little more aggressive towards is the usual ones. BB-9E, he can't block, he doesn't have a lot of health. That's pretty obvious, and especially for Luke, since you can swing so fast with Luke, it's pretty hard for a BB-9E to get away from you, but that's pretty obvious. When you're dueling a Maul as Luke, you have a pretty easy time, since although Maul is super fast and hard to kill, he doesn't have a lot of health. He has less than Luke, actually, and he doesn't do that much damage. And if you want one more to stay away from, it's probably Iden, just because it's Iden. So now we're going to move on to the third part of the video, which is 3 of his best maps in the game mode Galactic Assault. So the first map is pretty obvious, like pretty much every hero in the How to Get Better With series, Naboo. It's just great for kill streaks if you want to go for some of those, or if you don't really care about kill streaks and just want to stay alive a long time, that's also great for Luke too. I think Luke's second best map in Galactic Assault is Tatooine. If you can get lucky enough to have a lobby that isn't like a 4 minute long game, it's actually really fun to play on Tatooine with Luke, not only just because it's his homeworld and everything, but like a lot of the rooftops are like great spots to ambush troopers from below. It's just a great map for Luke. So his third best map is a tie, so it's actually 2 maps, a tie between Takodana and Endor. Takodana is just a great map. It'll usually end first phase if you're playing well as Luke though. For me it pretty much always does, because you just end up spawn killing all the first order troopers, but it's really fun. And it gets you up to a pretty nice kill streak, a nice kill streak for like a 3-minute game, which is like 30 something, and then Endor is actually a great map because it's super long, you can stay alive for a long time with him, and it's just a great looking map. But more specifically for Luke, if you put the default appearance on, like the one you see right now, it's actually a lot harder for them to see you if it's nighttime on Endor. That's a pro tip. So now we're going to move on to the last segment of the video, which is some things you definitely want to stop doing with Luke and some things you definitely want to start doing when you're playing as Luke. So the first thing you want to start doing is kind of a more general one, is just be mindful of his health. Because if you don't know, Luke has 750 base health, which isn't horrible. That's just the average for a lightsaber hero. That's not the bad part. The bad part is his health regeneration. He has 200 health regeneration, and the average is 250. So the specific thing you want to start doing with Luke is, let's say you go into a room, you kill a couple guys, and you're thinking about, you see this other part of the room that has more enemies in it, but you need to look at your health and see, alright, can I wait like 3 seconds for his health to regenerate, then I can go in the room? Because if you don't know, he has really bad health regeneration, but the time it takes for the health to just start regenerating is super quick. So a way to stay alive with Luke longer and just have more fun with Luke is realize your health, realize if you're low health, and just take those extra 2 or 3 seconds so Luke can regenerate that 200 health back just before you go fight someone else. Another thing you want to definitely start doing with Luke is when you use the push ability, which is LB ability, you want to jump while you do it. I see a lot of new players with Luke never do this, like you just saw there. It doesn't have to be a giant 30-foot high jump. Just a couple feet high jump. When you do the push, it keeps you way more mobile, and he actually does the push way faster. So one thing you definitely want to stop doing when you're playing as Luke is don't be a swing spammer. I know it might be fun to just go up to someone and just see how many times you can spam right trigger before you run out of stamina. And I've seen countless really low level Luke players just do this, and it just does not work if you go up against someone who actually knows how to defend against that. And there's nothing wrong with spamming right trigger like 3 or 4 times. Yes, take advantage of Luke's super high swing speed. I'm not saying don't do that, but just don't go up to someone and spam right trigger 15 times and then just die. It's not a great strategy. So another thing you want to start doing, it's not really on you though, it's just kind of to start realizing, is that if you have the Intensify star card on, which I said earlier you always should, this kind of only applies to Galactic Assault though. So if you have the Intensify star card, really what it does is after some time you've done some damage with your lightsaber, it makes your lightsaber damage intensify, and it makes your saber damage go up to a point where you can actually one-shot 150 health infantry, meaning the 3 infantry classes, Officer, Assault, and Specialist, not Heavies. Heavies have 200 health, and that's assuming those aren't buffed by another officer or Finn or Yoda. So I think that is going to be it for the video. I thank you so much if you stuck around to the end, And if you really want to get better with Luke, I hope you learned something. As always, if you have a question about anything, a star card, an ability, something I said, always feel free to leave something in the comments. I will respond. So that is going to be it for the video. Make sure to subscribe if you aren't already, if you learned something. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next one.